Good morning, Dad.
What is good about this morning? Chidima, what is this?
It's a suit against Raymond Uchewanchuku.
And you are the prosecuting lawyer? My own daughter?
I know. That's actually what I came to talk to you about. Daddy, he assaulted my client.
Do you have any idea whose son that boy is?
Well, he's a spoilt, entitled brat
whose father is Chief Jason Nwachukwu, Managing Director of Devil Enterprises. One of our biggest clients. You will drop this case immediately. Here.
I can't do that.
One of the biggest storylines in Namaste Wahala is about violence against women. This is the one thing that ties the entire film together, and I don't think that it could have been done worse. A good faith argument would be it was just poor execution on the part of the filmmakers, while a really critical one would be that the entire storyline was inserted purely for the purposes of virtue signaling. I'm inclined to cast my weight with those on the virtue signaling side of things. I'll show you how, but first, let's talk about Roxane Gay. In her essay, The Careless Language of Sexual Violence, Roxane Gay points out all the ways in which movies and TV shows use rape and other violence against women storylines as mere plot points that re-energize shows and drive up ratings. The essay is mostly about rape, and everyone should read it. In it, Roxane Gay says we talk about rape, but we don't really talk about it. And that is the best way to describe how Namaste Wahala handles violence against women. They use it, they talk about it, but they don't really talk about it. Namaste Wahala opens with Raj and Didi literally bumping into each other during their respective morning runs at the beach. They don't exchange contact information or nothing. They just stare at each other for an uncomfortable, interminable length of time, then run off, and Raj decides he's gonna marry that girl. Enter violence against women to the rescue of writers who don't know what else to do and how else to signal their virtue. Raj and Didi meet again at a fundraising event organized by an NGO that helps abused women and that is run by Raj's cousin, Leela. That's the first purpose of the abuse storyline, to bring our two lovers back together. They had met at the beach but hadn't exchanged any contact information, so there was that small conundrum. However, shall we bring them back together? Anyway, they meet at this Violence Against Women NGO fundraiser, exchange remarkably dumb lines, and then move on to a singing and dancing montage that frankly goes on way too long. That's the purpose of the Violence Against Women storyline for them. It brings them back together and officially launches their romance and the movie. Raj came to this fundraiser for abused women with his black male friend Ima, who refers to it casually as an event. An event like a concert or some other trite thing, then proceeds to talk about how the only reason he's here is to look for investors and get someone to listen to his demo. This is Ima's sole purpose for attending a fundraiser for victims of violence against women, violence meted on women largely by men. Both Ima and Raj feel zero discomfort from the fact that it is men like them, who are terrorizing the NGO women. Didi also brought her friend to this event. Why is her friend Angie here? To take her mind off her fresh breakup and score her an eligible bachelor. Just to be clear, Angie's sole purpose at an event to raise funds for battered women is to take her mind off her breakup and score her an eligible bachelor. Does Didi have an issue with this? No, it was in fact her idea.
What? Rather than sit here and cry your eyes out, why don't you come to Leila's fundraising event with me?
No, I don't want to go.
It's to help raise money for women that have been abused. It'll help take your mind off Dave.
I don't want to take my mind off Dave. I want to mourn him. I don't want to.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Sure?
Yes.
Oh, shame. Because, there'll be a lot of hot, eligible bachelors, but I understand if you just want to sit down here and cry.
Didi.
What did you say now?
Didi, I want... Let's go together. Wait, look at me.
No, now. Should we say you want to stay here on Monday?
Dave, who? Am I his wife?
Stand up. Let's go.
This event is being held at the Radisson Blu, which, hello, money. It's also full of rich people, rich men for sure. Domestic violence here is used to sanitize wealthy people in our eyes so that we see them as people who willingly heed the call to come and give money to help the poor, battered women. And here, poor is about class, not poor as in you poor thing. The rich people are coming in to literally save the day, save those women. It's another in a long line of lies about how philanthropy will save us. It's capitalist PR for the rich, make them look like the good guys who rush in to support good causes with their money. It's a blatant attempt to obscure how the rich are the primary beneficiaries of an unjust system and the ones actively upholding the system that's killing the rest of us. It's like the cowboys and the Indians. James Baldwin talks about how, as a child, when watching the Westerns, he would root for the cowboys against the Indians. Then, as an adult, he realized that he was the Indians, that he is the Indians. The film does the same thing as those Westerns. It tries to make us see ourselves as the good, wealthy people and root for them, when we are in fact their victims. We are the poor people living in conditions of squalor that increase our risk of suffering violence because of their decisions and the system they profit from. The film, in presenting rich people as good, generous philanthropists, tries to make us ally ourselves with the rich, see ourselves as them, not as the poor, battered women who are dependent on their charity in order to survive. So at this fundraiser for the NGO that deals with women who have been assaulted or abused, Em is there to score a record deal or get someone to fund his business. Angie's there to take her mind off her breakup and score her a rich man. The purpose of that fundraiser, that is allegedly for victims of violence, is to bring our two lovers together and sanitize wealthy people in our eyes. There's also something very not all men in the presence of all those rich men. Anyway, the next thing that happens is one of the women who was at the NGO event is beaten up by the son of a wealthy Nigerian chief. Do the filmmakers use this to emphasize the plight of women in a patriarchal society that has normalized male aggression? Nah, bruh. The purpose of the violence against women this time is to introduce drama and conflict between Didi and her dad. Her dad is representing the man who beat up the girl, and Didi is, well, representing the girl who was beaten, so easy conflict.
How is she? What? Who did this?
It's a new client of hers.
Anyway, Didi sees that battered woman, decides to take the case, which pits her against her dad, and now the violence against women storyline is now about a father and a daughter at odds. So far, we haven't said anything about violence against women, not the causes, not the myriad of effects, not the ways to address it, nothing about patriarchy and all the ways society justifies and props up ideas that perpetuate violence against women. Nope. Just this lower class woman was assaulted by this son of a rich man, and now our hero Didi will represent her, even if it means going against her father, with the help of the Indian woman who owns the NGO. One day, we'll talk about how NGOs are a scum. One day.
Really? Dad? I mean, I know you'll go to any lengths to win, but this, even this is beneath you.
Chidima, what am I being accused of now?
You had the footage from the hotel corridor destroyed.
Do you even have facts to go up against your accusations?
A bit convenient that all of a sudden the footage is gone. And I know it was by someone in this office. Okay? I know how you play.
To win.
See? That's all this is about. That is all this entire organization is about.
Well, you can add making money to the list as well.
Primo,
Sorry, sir.
leave us. The money that put you through school came from the cases that we won in here and the monies that they pay for those wins. So don't you stand there and tell me about what is right or wrong.
You know, we might be cut from the same cloth. But we are not the same.
See?
Chidima, you're taking this thing too far.
No, Mommy, I'm not. Mommy, leave it. I'm not. It's better this way.
She goes out seeking evidence at the hotel where it happened. She speaks to the receptionist, who says that the CCTV footage she's looking for is unavailable multiple times. The worker tells her an imposing woman came and took it. Didi, in a fit of righteous indignation that is, I suppose, supposed to show us how committed she is to the pursuit of justice, bursts into her father's boardroom and accuses him of having the footage from the hotel destroyed. Once again, this violence against women storyline exists to build up the conflict and drama between father and daughter. Didi and her father exchange harsh words, and in her righteous indignation, she moves out of home. This moving out of home because of a fight with her father over the assault case is what pushes the story forward. She goes to Raj's place. Raj's mom is away, so they do the nasty things his mother's been keeping them from doing. And then his mother comes home unexpectedly. Big fight. Raj calms everyone down. Didi and Raj's mother engage in some extreme nonsense involving competing for his attention and affection by cooking for him. I cover this absurdity extensively in the segment on women and housework. Remember, Didi's at Raj's place because of a fight with her dad. Her mother's like, where my kid at? Her mom goes to her best friend Angie's place, finds Didi's nowhere to be found, so she settles for fat shaming and starts shaming Angie. I cover the film's treatment of fat girls and sex in that segment. Later, she goes to Raj's place to pick Didi up. Another big fight ensues, and this time, Didi lives with her. Sad, heartbroken Didi continues to work on the assault case. Just as a brief recap, the violence against women storyline was most recently used to cause a fight between Didi and her father, which leads to her leaving home and moving in with her boyfriend. Moving in with her boyfriend leads to eventual beef with him, courtesy of his mother, which leads to a breakup and sad Didi working on the assault case again. Cool.
Mrs. Tarrant! Mrs. Tarrant, hello.
Hi.
My name is Didi.
Hi, Didi.
I was hoping you could help me.
Sure, what would you like?
So I've been trying to get some footage from this hotel because I'm investigating a case.
I'm sorry, that's something you're gonna have to take with my security team. It's not something I deal with directly, but they'll help you with whatever it is that you want.
No, you don't understand.
Excuse me, please.
I was... Raj.
Hi.
Oh,
Raj. Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Good to see you. You guys know each other?
She's the woman I want to marry.
Wow, that's big. Congratulations, man.
Sir, please, I really need your help. So I'm investigating this assault case, and that footage will go a long way in helping my case.
So, please, can you help her? For me, as a favor.
Raj, for you, you know I can do anything. And of course, if it happens at this hotel, you'll get all the help that you need. Raj stopped me from making a terrible investment many years ago and saved this entire company.
Sir, I was just doing my job.
You saved me from a lot of wahala, my friend. But yeah, I'm gonna put you in touch with the people in charge and you'll get whatever it is that you need.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have to go, so...
Actually, Leila's with me. She's at the restaurant.
Oh.
Would you like to meet her?
Sure.
Sorry guys, Leila from the NGO?
Yes.
Do you guys mind if I join you for a drink?
Of course, you can join us. It's your hotel, sir. We'd be honored.
Didi, who up to this point has not utilized any of the legal methods available to her to compel the hotel to release the CCTV footage, tries another way to get it. This time, she tries to speak to the CEO himself, and I suppose this is to show us how determined she is, that she even went straight to the Indian CEO. How brave. The CEO dismisses her, saying something about how his security team handles such issues, then walks away. Next up on the things we're asking of the violence against women storyline, reuniting our lovers again. Raj appears and they haven't seen each other since that second breakup involving Didi being whisked away by her mother. While they're saying hey to each other, the CEO appears and it turns out that he and Raj are friendly. So CEO says he'll help however way he can as a favor to Raj because Raj saved him from losing a lot of money a while back. And if you thought we're done using the assault case for every other reason but shedding light on violence against women, you're wrong. Our lovers are now back together, and when Raj suggests they go see Leila, the Indian woman, Indian CEO man packs up, all excited. And would you believe it? The violence against women storyline is used to bring together Leila and the CEO as well, which is a storyline that should have been left out of the show entirely. Jesus Christ, what adult still thinks secret admirer stories are romantic? Lord. My thoughts on that are covered extensively in the love and romance section.